Hello! Here we are.
Hello.
We have returned back to Moose Design. And we are here, and today we're going to be filming the process today and over maybe more days. A little bit of disassembly and a lot of stickering. Stickering? Wrapping. Stickering. Wrapping. Stickering. Wrapping. There's no stickering here, it's all wrapping. So Moose has already done a couple of things. We have the bonnet done. Look at this thing, it looks mean. Bonnet is done, pre-wrap is done. Obviously we must get all the decals on, just like we did last year. What else is done is, front bumper is done, looking lovely. Back bumper is done as well. This year we're wrapping the bumper in the same design as the quarter panel, which is what we didn't do last year. Last year we ran a bespoke Mobile 1 back bumper. There we are. Critical component is how we're going to do the see-through doors. So look at these things. Just look at this, like. Fully usable handle, brilliant. Handles on the inside. So much room for activity. It's just fantastic. And it kind of gives it this really kind of cool 3D effect. Let's look at the other side here as well. They're filthy dirty now, obviously. And then we'll get them wrapped. Moose has done something fancy here, which we can take a small little look at. So for the last many years, we've run a Corbeau logo on the roof for the car. Do you need a hand there, actually?
Yeah, all that.
So spoiler has been removed. I helped with something. Did I help with something?
You helped.
I am a helpful person.
You're a great holder of things.
I am a great holder. Hold on, that doesn't sound great. See, drift games have length tees are great for, well, wearing. They look great, and also they're great for cleaning lenses. You can find them online on the Drift Games Life website. Go have a look at that. So back to the roof. Can I show this?
Yeah.
But I can't tell them how.
No.
So it is in an unfinished state. We must still do the outside of the roof in white. For this, obviously Seamus is very particular and meticulous. Particular, yes. Meticulous, yes. Awkward, yes. Yeah. Nice, yes. Nice person. Yeah, that's true. So we might have to take this, well, we are taking this off. So the white, there's going to go white over this as well, and then cover the edges of where the roof skin is. But we're also taking off the actual roof panel as well to wrap under it, just so you don't see any kind of cut lines and so on as well. But as I was saying, we've run a Corbeau logo on the roof for the last many, many years, and we wanted to keep the same again because our relationship with Corbeau is fantastic. So we wanted to have the see-through roof, obviously, but we still wanted to retain the logo, and so therefore Seamus was able to do, he's now doing the cleaning, what I should actually be doing right next, but thanks, Seamus. See, he's a nice guy. So we have a see-through logo over the see-through roof, which is quite cool. So look, you can even see how you can see through, if I can pan down there. It's completely see-through as well, which is great. So you can still see the fantastic roll cage that Stone Motorsports have done, yet you can still see the logo. So we're going to try and do like a cool drone shot from here or something, taken off from the roof or something. We'll figure something out. So let's cover off the entire process here. We'll have Seamus talk a little bit about what it is that what he does and why he's doing it and what he's doing next and so on. But let's get the car cleaned down. Let's get some of the panels off and the wheels off and stuff, and then let's get some wrapping done. So we now have the car wiped down. Seamus has done the kind of rear end of it, so we've the kind of the panels all done, lined up. Wheels and tires are off. We have yet to fit our brand new drilled and groove discs supplied by Mintex, and obviously also our Mintex pads that we used last year. We'll be running a couple of different types of Mintex pads this year throughout the different kind of events to test the compound, the structure, and how they actually get on. So really looking forward to kind of showing you more on that. Now we are about to apply the wrap to the side of the car. I mean, look at the doors here, like. You can see straight through, and you will still be able to see straight through the car. It's just mental. I mean, it is mental. And even up underneath, you can see up underneath the roof. Good thing we don't get warm days in Ireland. As you can hear by the background, it is lashing raining. So, car up on axle stands. And we now have the two pieces. Seamus, what are we doing? So we've got the two major pieces, right? The overlay for the body of the car, and then what are you doing now? Are you centering the piece for the door?
If we line up the piece for the door.
Hold on, hold on.
Line up the piece for the door, so that when we line up the wrap, make sure that the door lands where it should be, and save us measuring, and hopefully everything is in the right place.
There's two hopefullys in that. So the material that we're using for the doors is different than using for the rest of the body, obviously, because we want to still be able to see through the doors. So Seamus has actually done here, Moose Design, two different complete print-offs of the wraps. The one solid colour, and then the other not so solid colour, obviously, so we can see through. So right now you can see he's lining them up. Can I show this, yeah?
Yeah.
So now, as Seamus was saying, he's lining up the two different materials so that when it goes on, it's going to carry the design from the front wing, side skirt, all the way along through the door, and you'll see the overlay. I mean, look at that, like. So obviously, if we were to put this solid colour on, you wouldn't be able to see through the doors. This is the colour that we ran, or this is the material that we ran on the other car that has the fiberglass doors. So obviously here we now have see-through doors, so we have see-through material. Look, I mean, look at this. Even the bits here, the shadowing, you'll still be able to see through it. I mean, look, that's it's just fantastic. Right, so let's get it cut. Let's get it put on the door. I can't wait till you see through this. That's so bad. That's so bad. It's so bad. It's good. Right, I've put on a jacket because I just couldn't be dealing with it. Like, Seamus is now lining up the wrap on the 249SX, but obviously you can see through it. Now, if you're doing a wrap, I would presume, Seamus, if you're just doing a normal wrap, this would be relatively straightforward, right? You just put on, well, you line it up, you put it on. But matching two different materials,
That's a bit tricky, obviously.
well, I can't get my head around it, but then I can't get my head around lots of different things, evidently. So, this is why Seamus did the on said table. The piece for where the door vinyl goes on, door material goes on. So there's indicators on the wrap as to where that goes on. Now the tricky part is to try and find, I'm knocking over stuff, to try and find the right location without obviously being able to see through. Next year we'll just have to do a fully see-through car.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do next year. Clear car. So let's start getting some material on. Let's check back in. So we now have most of the first side done, bar one glaring obvious component. But can we just take a moment to appreciate how
Alright, so a little
insert,
promotion there at AMC into the Badlands. Thanks for
we're watching a little bit of Formula D here whilst wrapping.
Here. This is filed by JTP.
Go James. So now we are about to do the doors. Critical moment. Let's just stand back here first of all and just, I love it. Like, so this is the, now there's 2 layers of, is there 2 layers of clear over the clear still?
Yeah.
So let's have a look. So now what we're doing is we're lining up the graphics, and look at how well they line up. We must now try and find the correct lines so that we can get the, basically the position of this clear film. Look at, how do you stick film to a door that is plastic? You use magnets on either side. You pinpoint perfect. Look at the line, and the join is going to be just perfect. What's going to be really cool that you can't see now is that the shadowing is really thin and it's throughout the door. And again, take a look here. You can see right through every single component. And again, there's 2 layers of plastic on either side of this, kind of backing on each side. It's dark in the corner here where it needs to be, because there needs to be a dark join between the 2 lines here. And it is just going to be fantastic. Now, to somehow apply it.
We'll figure that out.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Oh, jeez, there's too many hopefullys here. Right, we'll be right back. Look at the roof line. It's so cool how the logo on the roof is, let me go down, is clearly visible yet completely see-through. Again, take a look at how see-through that is, and you can see the cage and every bit of detail from Stone Motorsport here as well. Corbo logo on the roof. Imagine the camera angles here, being able to see from up here straight down into the cockpit. It's going to be amazing. And yes, I said cock. I wasn't actually going to film this process, but it's absolutely blowing my mind. So I just want to show you, like, it's the transparency of the material that Moose Design is using is incredible. It's so incredible. It's kind of giving us a couple of dilemmas in terms of the decals that we have to run over this. But look, you can't really fully appreciate, but look at how the clear material is lining up with the graphics on the quarter panel. If you look at the front, now obviously we have the doors partially disassembled here. If I push it in a small bit, that lines up perfectly with that line here. Look at the transparency that you still have even through the material. Look at how much you can see through them and still have all the graphics. And now it's held out a small bit here, so this looks a bit darker, but once that goes back on again, my mind is blown. Moose Design, this is a world's first, like. An absolute world's first. Look at the transparency. So we're pretty much done here for the night. We're watching Formula D in the States. James is still in, doing great, but as always. One side, in terms of base layer, is now complete. Take a look at this. Seamus here at Moose Design has also done the roof, and so instead of just, you know, wrapping the Lexan roof that we have, he decided to take it back off again, wrap the entire roof underneath, and then with the roof panel actually go around and wrap the entire skin, including the edges and underneath as well, so that the trim level is absolutely perfect, which is just, I mean, it makes all the little differences. You can see all the roof line is completely white now instead it would have been gunmetal grey as before. Just look at how well that logo turned out at the top. Oh, drift things back on again. We will resume this in another day when we're going to be putting down the other side of the wrap. And, oh, James Dean. Oh. So when we come back, we're going to wrap the other side of the car, and then we're going to start putting on the decals and fit the back bumper, as well as wrap the rear spoiler, and a couple of tasty kind of yellow accents on the back spoiler as well to come. looking forward to it, and looking forward to getting this thing back on its wheels. Let's do it like a snappy transition to what that pizza's coming up, to the next day when we hear a Moose design. 3, 2, 1, and